Áudio é foda, né?
I'm using this Discord version of the green screen. It ain't bad. I mean, it definitely could be a lot better, but for what it's worth, this software is not terrible. I'm looking at the video now. Let's see. Like I said, it's a start.
Áudio é foda, né? Áudio é foda, né?
And we are live.
Live and in living color.
Live and in living color. What's good, everybody? Hope y'all doing well. Oh, let me get this streamer mode out of here.
Oh, yeah, professionalism, bro. Come
Yeah,
on.
we gotta be professional around here.
Please.
Gotta be professional.
Please. They were like, oh no, that's how they do it. Oh yeah, secrets out. It is out.
Oh my goodness.
There used to be a time I used to wonder how people did their podcasts too.
Yeah.
And there's really not one way to do it.
Right.
I remember a while back I did a podcast with Ketsy Q, and for some reason Discord would not work properly. I don't know why. So we had to do Google, like a Google Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I mean a Google stream or whatever. Call. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was like, I hope this works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you guys get what you get.
Right.
It may have to be one of those interviews where it's just a picture of somebody and you just hear them talking.
Oh, that is awesome. That is freaking
man.
awesome.
Yeah, we up in here.
We up in
welcome,
here.
Welcome back, folks. Back-to-back episodes.
Yeah.
Back-to-back episodes.
What's happening, everybody?
Thank y'all for pulling up today. Hopefully everybody out there is having a wonderful week. Happy Friday. How was your Friday, bro? How you feeling?
It was absolutely great because I sold 2 cars today.
Bro. Nice. I love to hear that.
It was great. Now I'm home.
So I know it's always a good day.
Oh yeah, always a great day. Now I'm home, relaxing with my favorite peeps and my favorite wife.
Your favorite wife?
My favorite wife.
You got a least favorite? You're like, he stepped in there.
So.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. Over this way, man, like this whole week has just been like ridiculous with the weather, man. It's been pouring down.
Really?
It's been bad, bro. It's been really bad. And today was probably the worst of the worst. It just felt like God just took a bucket and poured it right on us. And I can see him laughing doing it too. Like, rain on your parade. You stay home with your family today.
Look, Bill Cosby, back when he was doing stand-up, said it best. God has a sense of humor.
He does. He does have a sense of humor. And one of my favorite, me and wifey was talking about this the other day. One of my favorite instances of God displaying his sense of humor is when the angels came to Abraham and Sarah to
And
the
told her
tent
they
and
were having
whatnot.
a baby.
Yeah, and he told the angel told Abraham, Sarah, your wife is gonna bear a child. And, Sarah overheard it and she
Uh-huh.
started laughing. And God was
Just
like, he told Abraham, why thine, he said, why thine Sarah laughed?
uh,
And Sarah said, I didn't laugh.
oh my
And God was
goodness.
like, you did laugh.
Yeah, you did. Don't you
I'm
lie.
like, you gonna lie to
Don't
the
you
Almighty?
right,
Come
right.
on.
Don't you lie at all.
I didn't laugh. Like he did laugh. I always like to go back and and read that and just laugh about it. Cause yeah, God, I feel like if we got a sense of humor, we had to get it from somewhere, right?
Right, of course. Exactly. Hey, D Sassy, what's good, sis? Good evening to you as well. How are you doing? How we feeling?
Welcome on in, Miss Sassy in the house. First in the chat. Appreciate you for pulling up. It's so good to see you. How's life
Yes.
been? I saw you over in SB Stream the other day, and you said something along the lines of, you have been super busy.
That's
I feel
life.
you on that.
That is definitely life.
Life is not slowing down, bro. It doesn't slow down.
It slows down for no man.
No. Nobody, no man, no woman, no child.
No child.
No.
Just Crafty. Hello, hello, hello.
There she go. What's good, Crafty? Thank you for pulling up. Crowd control in the living room, I see. Keeping she's responsible for the fact that I don't need a noise gate right now. I actually got one on, so
Yeah.
but you still heard them though. You still heard them.
I still heard them.
You still heard them, man. But yeah, life doesn't stop. One of my clients, we were talking the other day, and she's a hairstylist, and she was like, she does this woman's hair, and this woman was like, grown woman now. This woman was like, like, I'm so bored. Like throughout the day, I'm bored. And I was like,
huh?
Bored? Like I can't remember the last time
I ever said that.
I legitimately don't know the last time I said I was bored. Like I'm thanking God for every moment I can lay my head down.
Right.
At home. I don't care. I don't get it. So the only conclusion that I could have came up with was it must be nice to be privileged. You must have money. Or your husband or somebody, because boredom is not something that I don't think I've experienced that since I was like a teenager. Maybe. Let's read these comments here. I'm doing pretty good. Twisting my hair and watching y'all. Okay, that is what's up.
Multitasking. Like a woman.
So trying to start a business venture. What type of business are you trying to start? Yeah, let's hear it. I want to hear it. Let's hear it so we can plan to support it.
Exactly.
Just gonna throw it out there right now. See, I'm glad that I'm finally able to catch y'all again.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Oh yeah, yes, we really do, because today's episode is a follow-up from last week. We have been on a hiatus for like a month and a half, maybe. I don't know, about a month and a half or two almost.
Yep.
I think our last one before last week was like the beginning of May.
Yep.
Yeah, somewhere around that time period. So, but we're here, and I'm happy to be able to have yet another opportunity to do a podcast with my mans here. Of course, we're very busy. You only been home for like what, an hour, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I got off a little early because of the rain. The rain kind of screws up my work that I do outside. So I'm like, gosh, man, like I'm so happy that a lot of my clients prepay. So I already got paid.
Yeah.
I just have to honor the time, of
Of
course, which
course,
is,
yeah, yeah.
no problem. I'm like, dang, man, like this rain ain't helping me. So, and because of it, I have to work tomorrow.
Mm.
So, Saturday, which when you love what you do, it's not really work. And I'm kind of in hustle mode right now anyway, because
Mm-hmm.
we're going to ATL next Thursday.
Hey, there you go.
For about crafty, what, 4 days, 4 or 5 days, with family vacation. Because when we came to see you guys, that was our weekend getaway,
Mm-hmm.
and and now this is like the big one for us.
Yeah. Cool.
Definitely excited about that. Uh, Sasha says I'm working on making journals, planners, binders. So now I'm on Canva every day. Oh, that's what's up. So that sounds like what Crafty was doing last year.
Mm-hmm.
She was making some fitness journals.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you know how like a journal to keep track of your workouts,
Mm-hmm.
your weights, your food diary, stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I was going to launch a website last year, which all that just kind of got put on hold, she was that was going to be one
Mm-hmm.
of the merch items. But now that she is a personal trainer
Doing all
now
the paperwork.
herself,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be utilizing that as one of her merch as well. Bro, do you have any merch? You got merch, don't you? Like
I,
Fear the Beer merch?
yeah, but when that whole thing with Streamlabs
Mm-hmm.
messed up, it kind of threw all of it out. And I tried to go back in and redo it, but like my logo, you can see the line of it. So I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of
Oh,
like do a cutout of it
yeah,
instead, and then just have the logo itself. Um,
yeah.
but I'm thinking about doing some other stuff. Trying to find another site that I could possibly do some merch on. I actually thought about doing like jersey style merch.
Okay. I know that I've kicked the idea of kicking the can down the street with merchandise, and I don't know, man. It's a matter of like manufacturing,
Mm-hmm.
finding, because I wanted to try to have somebody local,
Mm-hmm.
make my stuff. And Crafty, she actually has the ability to make tumbler cups. She's making like 12 of them now, like
Mm-hmm.
Powerpuff Girls
Yeah,
tumbler
yeah,
cups, like
I saw that.
a lot of them. And she could do the same thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And we had an idea. I don't Crafty, when was that? Last year or beginning of this year? I don't know. And we had an idea to put out some tumblers and stuff. It's just the art. I really couldn't make my mind up
Mm-hmm.
as far as what I really wanted, and we just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Like we do with some things. And that is one of the most. I want to say one of the most important advantages to content creation is how we got the ability to create merchandise and have that as another stream of income.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to just depend on payouts. You don't have to just depend on donations and bits and stuff.
Right.
You have your clothing line, you got hats, tumblers, um, Fun Size Munchkin. She had made mention a long time ago. She was like, she likes stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, if you ever come out with stickers, I'll buy them and put them on my computer or put them on my mic or
Yeah.
things like that. I'm like, wow, things like that is so big. I probably should write this stuff down.
Right. 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 Um, I thought about maybe Etsy because I know Crafty does Etsy, and
Yeah.
you know, one of my mods, she's got her merch on Etsy as well. But I
Hmm.
don't know if she had someone do her merch, well, at least her shirt, and then she posted on Etsy, or if she designed it there, which I'm pretty sure she probably had it made and then put it on Etsy. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I wanted to do an idea of like almost like a bomber, like a Letterman jacket,
Yeah.
or I mean, some kind of jersey, like a baseball soccer, basketball jersey type thing, and it had like, you know, Million Mafia, Bearded Million Mafia, and then your name on the back, stuff like that. So
Nice.
I've been thinking, it's just bringing it to fruition.
I think that we, first of all, content creators are like some of the most unique people in the world because we have to be creative all the time. Like I think that we're different. Meaning
Mm-hmm.
we have hundreds and hundreds of ideas. I know I do. I'm sure you do too. Crafty does hundreds of ideas that if you don't write them down, you'll forget because they just pop in your head throughout the day. Like if you look at my notes in my phone, gosh, I got like tons and tons of notes that
Mm-hmm.
I just have. And you hit the nail on the head when you say like bringing it to fruition is the challenge. Because obviously, you know, without any effort, without any action, it's just another idea. It's just seed, use a biblical term here. It's just seed that falls on stony ground
Mm-hmm.
and not in the soil.
Yep.
So I definitely understand that for sure. Let's see who we got. Sassy says it's fun learning lots of hours of YouTube videos. YouTube
Yeah.
University,
Oh yeah. Gotta love. I think everybody should have a degree by now.
master's degree,
Right.
master's degree. So for those of you who are watching, we definitely would appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up. You know, we're trying to fight that algorithm. Um, I retweeted out the stream on Twitter, so a retweet definitely would help a lot. People don't understand how difficult it is to create an audience on whatever platform that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, things have to be built from the ground up. We're at 59 subscribers right now, which is amazing. And Bearded here put out a tweet earlier today. We set a goal of 100 subs by, is it the end of the month?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the end of this month. So it's about another good 15, 16 days, I believe, left of this month. And I believe we can do it. Definitely with the help of each and every one of you all. Hitting that 100 subscriber milestone would be big for us. It'd be really, really big. Because it's not easy.
It is
It's
not
not
easy.
easy.
Definitely not easy.
It's not easy. But we love it. You know, we love it. Like, I've been doing this for years upon years, and I've never done it for numbers. I've never done it for an audience. I've always done it because I am the type of person that just has a lot on my mind, and I like to just put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I know that there's people out there that appreciate, you know, some of the things that we talk about. We sit up here and chat, of course, but once again, all of you are freaking amazing. And we appreciate y'all for pulling up on us for episode 9 of Two Bearded Guys. And your boy actually has a beard. Got a beard. Got a beard. Now I know y'all have all known me to have a beard, but when we started this, it wasn't
It was
really
not
official.
a beard.
It was not a beard.
It was a chin strap. That's all it
was.
was.
It
It
my
was
man said a
Velcro.
chin.
It was
Not
Velcro.
not the chin strap, man. It was a really low faded skin blend. But Crafty loved it though. That's why I did it.
I mean,
But then I got the approval. Got the approval.
Happy wife, happy life. You know.
Yeah.
Understand. Crafty,
Yeah,
don't let it happen again.
It kind of makes me wonder, man, like because things have been a little bit different lately, man. I'm like, every time I cut her down, she acts different.
Oh.
But now that I grow it out, she's like sassy and right. Okay.
Get over here.
You and you know, I'm probably gonna pay for this later. But I'm just giving y'all the real. I'm just giving y'all the real right now. I mean, if I'm in a good mood, then we're all in a good mood. If she's in a good mood,
right.
you know. But
So,
yo, so let's go ahead and hop into this hot topic here of episode 9. What are we talking about tonight, bro?
so tonight, y'all, we are talking about the phrase "single till you're married," and we're also talking about the BBL movement and what's the craze about it. And of course, we're
The
gonna give
movement,
y'all our opinions about it, our honest opinions. We're not here to bash anybody,
right?
because honestly, and just keeping it 100, I mean, obviously the BBL is for the women. The single till you're married. I've heard most women say this phrase. I hadn't heard any men, and I could be wrong, but you know, just throwing that out there. This is not to bash women. This is just our opinion. Obviously, we got women in the chat, so feel free to chime in, whether you agree, whether you disagree, whether you want to slap us in the face, whether you want to unfollow us. I'm just kidding. Don't unfollow us.
Slap the screen.
But we definitely want to give our honest opinion about these two subjects. Um, I actually came up with the single to your married idea. I'm sure most of y'all have seen the video or the whole Kiki Palmer incident where she was at the Usher concert. She was wearing something revealing, kind of see through outfit, had the cheeks out, and all that,
Yeah,
and dancing with Usher and stuff like that. Now she wasn't backing it up on him or anything like that, but she was dancing
right.
with him. And of course, her baby daddy took to social media, like most of us do, when we feel some type of way, and
My
called
thing is,
her
did
out
he
on it.
say anything there? Did he say anything in that moment, or did he just look pissed off driving home? Like, just wait till I get home. I'm gonna tweet this out. You
See, and
know?
yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if he was at the concert or not. I think she was just there with friends because I didn't see
Okay.
him in the video at all. So I'm
Okay.
I'm assuming he might have stayed home with the kids or whatever, with the baby.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but
Okay. Um. But yeah, just like he said, folks, this is a complete disclaimer. Um. No shade towards anybody. Y'all should know by now. Our podcasts are completely opinionated, driven, and we, got the utmost respect for everybody.
hmm
And everything that we're gonna say is with all due respect. But so, um, before we get into the whole single until you're married situation, let's back it up a little bit. So let's back it up. So,
hmm
the fact that, women love Usher.
yep,
We know that
yep.
for a fact. We've been hearing that since we were kids.
Oh yeah,
This Mr. My Way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
This Mr. Nice and Slow at 16 years old. But we ain't gonna talk about that. That's a whole nother subject right there. Y'all singing Nice and Slow, they realize that boy was 16 years old. Come on.
That man
I mean,
already
he
knew
ain't
some
that old
things.
right now, so that should tell you something. Grown women singing that song. The little boy. Nice and slow. Come on, man. Um, so yeah, going to concerts and stuff like that. I feel like anytime our significant other or partner or whatever is in public without us, they are a representation of us. So, in other words, if I'm not somewhere, my wife is going to act as if I was. And if she's not with me, I'm going to act as if she is,
Mm,
or, in my presence or whatnot. Honor, it's called honor. And the fact that, she was, in the video shown dancing with him, I really understand why he felt some type of way, the boyfriend. I really do. I mean, who the heck wants their wife dancing with? I don't care if it's Usher, but just dancing with another man.
Right, right.
You know, I mean, I just don't see that being. Well, they're not married. Sorry,
Yeah.
right? They're not married.
Right. No, no, no. They're not married.
Okay, okay. So somebody that they're committed to in a monogamous relationship. Um, every man I've known who has ever been in a predicament like that was not happy about it.
Yeah.
Not happy. And that's just the way it is. Didn't it? Didn't it? You ain't
That's
catch it
just the
that time.
way it is.
That might be a thing we do on these episodes, man. Like that's just the way it is. So yeah, no man wants their woman in the presence of another man. And then singing to her too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah. I get it. I understand why. I understand the outrage. I understand that. But I don't think Usher's the one that he should be getting mad at. You know, I think that
Right.
it should be her,
Yeah.
of course. I don't know. I don't know what the extent of what they did because I didn't see any other videos other than the one you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept hearing about it on social media. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, this is something that obviously has people's ears ringing and whatnot. So, but as far as like the comments, as you say, that were made now, were most of these comments made by women or men?
So I was seeing these on TikTok, um, and it was mostly made by women.
Okay,
I don't think I saw any made by men that I can remember. Um, but it was mostly from women.
because
Yeah.
you won't see a man say anything like that. I have never met a man who was that loose with his woman because you know men are we're
Territorial.
very territorial.
Yep.
You know, we're
Yep.
like pit bulls. Like, you know, this is my woman, and that's just the way it is. And I'm not gonna. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to say that, but it just came out. You know, and you know what? Now we need the button. We need the Tupac button.
I'm gonna have to
We need
make
the
it.
button.
I'm gonna
We're
have to
gonna
make
make
it.
that something. We're gonna make it a thing. But
I'm gonna make it a
yeah,
thing.
guys are very territorial. You'll never hear, and ladies, please don't crucify us. But you never hear men say things like that. It's always a woman that will say things like that as far as like jumping at the defense or actions of another woman. It's kind of, I know this is like off subject, but it's kind of like the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith situation. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Because
Mm-hmm.
we all know that Jada is the freaking devil. Okay. But I've seen women literally like take their nails that they pay hundreds of dollars for, dig as deep as they can into the soil for some sort of excuse to justify her being with what was the guy she cheated on Will with? What was his name?
August Alsina.
Yeah, so to justify that, well, you know, she wasn't fulfilled, and you know, Will wasn't there for her in her time of need, and you know, it was a entanglement, and like, and then they start using that entanglement. I'm like,
And then he came out with a
why?
song, and it was
Why are
legit.
you? Why are we justifying wrong?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
when it's us, you're a dog. All men are terrible. This is why I quit men, and I'm just gonna be with women. We hear it all. Just from looking at a woman, we hear it all. But this woman just slept with a whole man, and then now you want to make a deal, like a plea for or justification of her actions or whatever. So that I'm just saying that's an example.
Yeah. Now, on the
You,
flip side of that, because D just mentioned it, that Will also he did cheat too, but I mean, I don't Well, and I know it was years ago. I don't know if it was recent before Jada in August. Um, but I don't even remember really seeing a lot of comments. Well, I'm sure there was some comments of him cheating and stuff like that. But
But did
you
they
know,
did they did they drag Will through the dirt when he cheated,
ah,
or was there like, oh, or was it similar to how the response was to Jada?
I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest
Because
with you. I really can't remember. Cause
I ain't never seen.
I know he said it during the Red Talk, but that when they were separated, he did cheat on her.
Okay,
So
okay. So usually, again, when the guy does it, they drag him to the pits of hell. We remember when Tiger Woods cheated on his wife.
oh yeah, that was all over the
Oh my
place.
gosh.
That was all over the place.
They tore him down. Nike dropped him. I mean,
Yeah.
it was inexcusable and basically frowned upon, as it
Yeah.
should be frowned upon. It was no excuses being made for the actions. Let me see. He didn't get dragged. He didn't. Okay. Okay. See, I don't follow like celebrities like that, so I didn't hear anything
Mm-hmm.
about what Will did. But for some
Right.
reason, we all just caught wind of the Jada and
Jada in
August
August.
situation.
Yeah.
You know, but flash for flash forward
Yeah.
back into 2023. Um, some people will look at this as being innocent. You know, all she did was dance with him, and that was it. A lot of people have that mentality of you can look but you can't touch.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Which that's a whole nother subject for another day.
Right.
But let me see. D Sassy says he messed up when he took it out on her on social media. Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
I definitely agree
I
with that
do
one.
agree. Yeah,
He
because
should have waited till
you
she
you
got
don't
home.
bring you don't bring personal problems in your relationship to social media. Like that's like the arena where anything
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
because everyone is judge, jury, and executioner on
Yeah.
social media. Like that should have been a private conversation that they had at home.
And the thing was, he wasn't taking it out on her because she was dancing with Usher. He called her out because of what she was wearing. That's the other thing because I think the comment, and quote me if I'm wrong, D, but I think he said something like, "Wow." He said something about the clothes, and then he said, "You're a mom," you know, type statement. So,
What do you think? Moms don't be getting it in,
because
bro. I know
I
some
mean, I'm a
personally.
look. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I ain't really. I mean, I get it. It's Usher. It wasn't like she was twerking on him or nothing from what I saw.
Yeah,
So like, I
yeah.
mean, arm around his neck, just kind of dancing while he's singing. Eh, I could deal with something like that because I mean it's like, all right, it's once in a lifetime something like that happens, but still. But I think his whole gripe was what she was wearing. Now
I
it'd be
saw.
different, yeah. It'd be definitely different if she like turned around, and started twerking on him and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I saw a comment. It was from a female that said, "Did he should have checked her before she even walked out the door." As
Mm.
far as like what she was wearing, like, hey, is
Mm-hmm.
that what you wearing? Going out like that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, I don't know the situation. I don't know whether he knew or maybe he didn't or maybe he saw it. Maybe she had something else on, and then it just came out, or she just changed clothes. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
know that first of all, I mean, we can be honest, we can be real. Would you have a problem with your wife wearing something like that to an event?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I would like to think that the mass majority of men who actually care about their partner would have a problem with it,
Yeah.
and that says a lot. you can sit here and say all you want. Oh, she wears what she wants. I don't care. Eh,
Like
that
deep
you
down,
really
you
don't
care.
care.
Yeah, yeah. Deep
You don't care
down,
about what happens.
yeah. Deep down, you care for sure.
Yeah. You
You
gonna care
know.
when she start getting attention. Start.
Hmm. And see, and that's one thing. Like, cause I've had friends of mine talking to a girl in college, and you know, we would always go out and the stuff that she would wear. She'd get attention from the guys, other guys, and stuff like that, and he'd get upset, and I'm like, bro, like, I mean, it is what she's wearing. Now, I'll put it this way: I did tell him, I was like, you can look at this both ways, man. You can be mad that she's wearing it because she's getting attention from other guys, or you could be like, hey, these guys might be talking to her, but I know who she going home with. So,
That to make a statement like that, you have to have 100% trust in
mm-hmm.
your partner. Um, because the fact is, we're not gonna be oblivious to the fact that if you got an attractive woman, there's gonna be some guys out there that's gonna be looking, and you never know, they might try to shoot their shot. So, but I feel like if your spouse or your partner or whoever, let's stay on the subject of singleness. Not married, I'll
Mm-hmm.
say.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you would still have to like trust them to honor that commitment or whatnot,
Okay.
because apparently some people feel like you're single until you're married. So let me read this comment. Let me see. What someone said made a lot of sense to me. Kiki and Usher both are entertainers. They do this to keep their names trending. Usher has danced with several celebrities. Yeah, he has.
Mm-hmm. Because I
That's
mean,
possible.
yeah. Because after that show, after that video with Kiki, it was somebody, Winnie Harlow, but I think she moved when Usher walked up to him, and there
Yeah,
was somebody else. So I mean, that comment definitely makes sense.
yeah. But you know the problem with that though? The problem with instances like this, it causes a ripple effect in, like, especially like the black community. I'm just gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It causes a ripple effect in reality, meaning it could mean absolutely nothing to the celebrities. The intentions could be a little bit deeper than that, because again, it's got people talking,
Mm-hmm.
and usually when these celebrities do things and they say things, they're very influential
Yeah.
because, like it or not, they are the modern day idols that people worship.
Mm-hmm.
What they say, what they do, what they say, what they wear, people do it. People, and now we have this. I don't know how big of a trend it is or a big of a saying as far as saying you're single till you're married. But if that's really something deep that's traveling, then that's going to start being practiced too
Yeah.
at some point. You hear it so much that eventually people will start carrying it out because they'll start believing that it's true.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start seeing those comments, sis. If he ain't got a ring on it, you're still on the market. Or sis, if he's not talking to you about marriage, then you need to continue to put yourself on the shelf and stuff like this. Almost like when you say single till you're married, it's almost like you're encouraging like infidelity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I mean,
feel like,
yeah, it definitely goes both ways. Not just for the women, but I
yeah,
mean, guys,
yeah,
you listen to your homeboys all you want.
right,
So,
right. And I've known many guys that have messed up like their relationships because of that type of situation, hanging
mm-hmm.
around the wrong crowd. Oh, you're gonna be. I can give you an example. Like when me and Crafty first got together, like we were like very young, like 18 and 19 years old, and I'm. She knows this. I could just talk about it. I was not necessarily known to talk to just one, female.
Mm-hmm.
And when me and her got serious, my friends were like, um, are you serious? You still talking to the same person, the same girl for like the last couple of weeks or
Mm-hmm.
the last couple of months, and then 6 months goes by. I'm like, wow, like what are you doing? Like, so I had that, in my ear,
Mm-hmm.
and had to like, cut myself off from that because you don't need that negative energy. Like those are not really friends, folks. Like I feel like if you're with somebody and they're telling you things like that, like you're single till you're married, or keep your options open just because your boyfriend or your girlfriend is not meeting their expectations as far as where you should be in your relationship,
Mm-hmm.
those are not friends. A lot of them be jealous and single themselves.
Right, right, right.
You know,
Yeah.
I see that plenty of times too. Bitterness. Oh, God, guy might be mad because his boy with a girl and they look happy and he try to sabotage it. Homegirl may have been single for a year or two. Her best friend is with this man just because they're not married. She start dropping the bug. Like, when are you guys gonna get married? Like, what do you care when somebody's gonna get married?
Right, right.
What is that gonna do for you?
Yeah,
What does that change?
yeah. Let's see. D says, first time I heard that saying was from a man. They were saying they can sow their wild oats until they get married. Okay. That's the first time I've heard of that. Like
What she say?
I've heard of someone sowing your wild oats. I've heard of that phrase before. So I guess that's kind of along the same lines. Um, and she said, but let's be honest, single until married is true. From a legal standpoint, a girlfriend and a fiance have no legal standing when it comes to an estate if the significant other passes before marriage. Uh oh. We'll be back, guys. I think I know where this is going. um. So yeah. From a legal standpoint, yeah, I do see that. D. Because I mean, like you said, I mean they have no legal standing until if the significant other does pass away before they get married. So.
Oh, oh. Let's see. Let's be honest. Single until you're married is true. Well, that's what I said to you guys
Mm-hmm.
the other day in our
Mm-hmm.
group chat. Like single till you're married, from a legal standpoint, is true if
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about that. If we're going on that route, but I know, and I think we all know that is not what these individuals are talking about. Like they're not talking about it from a legal standpoint. They're
Yeah.
talking about it from a commitment standpoint. So it's like if we're what realm are we talking about when we say this? Are we talking about this from logistics, or are we talking about this from the ability or inability? Excuse me, from the ability or inability of commitment.
Yeah.
Which one? What are we talking about here? Because I don't think that's just on the mind of everybody. As far as like saying from a logistic standpoint, you're single till you're married. Because yeah, on paper, it's true. On paper.
Yeah.
On paper. Because there are a lot of things that you can't do when you're not married.
Mm-hmm.
That I will agree with because that's the law.
Right.
It's true. But why would that come up after an incident like this, which leads me to believe this ain't got nothing to do with logistics.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more of a get out there and have fun situation. That was my interpretation of
Mm-hmm.
single
Mm-hmm.
until you're married. Go have as much fun as you want to until you get married.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with.
And like to a certain extent, okay, like to a certain extent, single till you're married, because obviously there's nothing wrong with having fun.
Right.
Obviously nothing wrong, but when it comes to a point of how they're saying is like, cause I so when the whole incident happened, I just happened to be scrolling through TikTok one day and somebody was talking about it. It was actually a female talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
But the point that she made was, okay, she said, I see all these women talking about, oh, you're single till you're married, so you can do whatever you want. You can go out, have fun, yada, yada, yada. And then she came back and was like, well, let's say the woman cheated. We're just going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes back and she's like, oh, well, I'm single. I'm not married. I can do whatever I want. But then
Mm-hmm.
her significant other, the guy, goes and does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You see what kind of a problem that creates?
right? Then the woman gets mad, and then the guy's like, well, you said you're single till you're married, so I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and when she said, I was like, that kind of makes sense. It's kind of messed up, but I mean,
Yeah.
but
If that is the interpretation, bro, I mean, when you get in a relationship with somebody, I would think that one of the top priorities would be commitment and faithfulness,
yeah, because
to that person that you're with.
like, why would you get into a relationship if you're not gonna be committed to them?
Right.
Yeah, are you just getting into the relationship to say you're in a relationship?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
So to say that you're single till you're married, that you know what that sounds like? That almost sounds like an invitational to an open relationship.
like Will and Jay.
That's what that sounds like to me. That sounds like an invitation to an open relationship. Like, oh, okay, I'll be back.
Right. Let's see. D says, no, they're not. I believe it also depends on the couple. You have to know that the person that you're with is with you and not if you are committed to them. You should trust them. That's the whole thing is definitely trust. Like,
People,
if I can trust you,
overcomplicate this.
yeah. If I can trust you to go out with your friends and have a good time and you be home, yeah. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it.
I've heard single people say that dating, in this day and age is so hard. Like it's extremely difficult nowadays. And I kind of feel like, social media has really distorted things when it comes to dating. Certain expectations have been set that shouldn't have been set. Certain standards have been set that shouldn't have been set. I just feel like people overcomplicate this way more than they have to because when you say things like that, you're single till you're married, it's going to start a wildfire
Mm-hmm.
of people cheating. Like in my opinion, I feel like it is. Like again, I just do not feel like this is the intentions behind the words have nothing to do with logistics.
Yeah.
People ain't thinking about that. I could tell you why. There's this man and this woman that one of my clients knows that they have been like together for like 15 plus years or something like that. They're not married, whatsoever, but they're committed. And that's just the way it is. And they don't consider themselves to be single. Like they just don't. Like they are together. They feel like we don't have to have a piece of paper to consider ourselves married or whatnot. And there's a lot of people that say things like that too. Like we don't need a piece of paper. We don't need the state in our business and in our relationships and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, well, what you got to hide?
Right.
I feel like what you got to hide because the fact is, if one of you have assets or something and you die, you're not getting anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. It's always going to go to next of kin. You're not getting anything.
Yep.
And then now they're pissed off and angry, upset, like, huh? That was what you want to do. But that's a logistic example, folks.
Mm.
Like, again, but this is that right there as far as saying that after that incident right there. Like, and another thing, like, what if it was just like some other guy and it wasn't Usher? Just some random dude. What would women be saying the same thing? You're single till you're married. Or is it just because it was Usher? Because we know that I brought this up the other day. Like, I remember being in high school, the young girls would go crazy over these R&B singers. They would say things. That's my husband. That's my husband right there. I think grown women still saying that. It's a woman I know talking about she misses Chris Brown. I'm like, lady, you 40 years old. 40. You 40 years old, Mrs. Chris Brown. Got a divorce about a year and a half ago. I said, I wonder why. So, I just wonder would that be trending if it was just Joe Blow or Tyrone.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's
Gotta call Tyrone.
I've been hearing single until you're married for years. I don't think that this is going to change the minds of too many people. Those are easily influenced by culture will be swayed. Okay, so easily influenced by culture. And those are the people that we're talking about. We ain't talking about just regular people with common sense like us. Okay? Because there are some people, black people, that are heavily influenced by the culture. If this rapper comes out, pull his pants down, I'm gonna walk down the street like this. You better believe fellas gonna start. They're already kind of doing it now, but they're gonna do it. When T.I. said 24s was the thing to have back in 2003, you know what I did? I got some rims. It wasn't 24s, but it was 20s. But I kept them clean though.
And then you had the franchise boys with the big tees and the long shorts.
Did that. When Texas was real big on grills and stuff. Nelly came out with the song Grill. Everybody had a grill. So I mean, culture is very heavy when it comes to influence.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. D said, and that was most of the comments I saw. Many of the black women were saying that we as black women suffer enough disrespect. He could have let her know how he felt over the phone or called her. Oh, man, definitely. I mean, he didn't have to take to social media like he did. And that's the one thing I hate about social media. Like,
yeah.
Why do you have to put your business out there? Now, I can get it if, okay, you're going through a hard time, or family member might have passed and you just in a dark place. I get that, but like something like this, come on, dog. Like you just wanting to spark something, and exactly what he did. He sparked something and people took flight.
It's like you gotta know that whatever you put out there, especially something like that, it's like, again, it's like setting a wildfire and it just takes off. And I think a lot of people go to social media because sometimes people don't have nobody else to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just get on there and they just tweet or they just post. You know, right in that little column it says, "What's on your mind?" And then people literally say, "What's on their mind?"
Right.
Man, if I said everything that was on my mind, I would have been canceled. If I said, man, if I said half of what was on my mind, wouldn't you even be here right now? You can't
Yeah.
do that.
Right. Right.
You cannot do that. They also found receipts of him saying years ago that he suffers with low self esteem, so he needs to work that out. Uh, don't you think that, okay, if he says he suffers from low self esteem and he's with a woman who I would assume is aware of his low self esteem, do you think that she cared much about that when she went out there and did what she did, wore what she wore? You know, I'm just, that's just, you know, it's just a thought
Mm.
because I feel like, I mean, this is just me. I mean, I can't base my marriage on the mentality of other people, but, you know, I have insecurities and my wife has insecurities and she knows what mine are and I know what hers are.
Mm.
And we both are like, we try to like do things to comfort one another, to cope with those insecurities,
Mm.
and to make each other comfortable as far as like dispelling those insecurities and not capitalizing on it and not doing things to ignite us to feel insecure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like purposely saying like, my foot hurts and then my partner just comes over and steps on my foot after I just told you my foot hurts.
Mm.
Or, you may have an insecurity that you're bald. And then your partner says, "Oh, look at your bald head. I wish you had hair." Knowing that's an insecurity.
Yeah.
And then they just, do it anyway.
Right.
So I just wondering if she knew that he struggled with low self esteem.
And that's where I was gonna piggyback on. I was actually gonna play devil's advocate. It was like, man, think about it. He is a man. We don't talk about our feelings. So is it possible that he told her about it, or you know, that's the one thing that pops in my head. I mean, just
Depends on what
kind
kind
of
of man he was, but I don't know anything about this
right.
guy.
Yeah, me either. To be honest with you, I didn't even know she was in a relationship. I'm gonna be
It's a
honest with
problem,
you.
man. You couldn't tell she was in
I
a
didn't. I didn't even know she was in a relationship. I didn't even know she had a baby.
Wow.
Excuse me. Until all this came out, I was like, okay.
I don't know.
So
Yeah, it depends on what type of a man he is. Like, is he, did she create, we don't know anything about their relationship, by the way, but did she create a safe space for him to be vulnerable,
mm,
to open that up? Because I just feel like if she knew that he had insecure issues, so excuse me, low self esteem issues. I mean, I don't think anything is going to like take a bigger jab at a man's self esteem than seeing his woman dance with a celebrity. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just, I don't see it helping his self esteem. I see it hurting it. If he's really does struggle with
but see,
insecurities.
on the flip side of it though, D, like you know you're dating a celebrity. You know
Yeah.
she's going to be hanging out with other celebrities. So that would be my rebuttal to that. It's like,
You know what you signed up for.
yeah, you know what you
In
signed
other
up for.
words.
So, I mean, you gotta take it as it comes. Cause I mean, think about it. Is he gonna be okay with her if she gets a movie role? Is he gonna be okay with her
Ooh.
making out with another actor?
Oh. Yeah. That there's those thoughts too. I mean,
So I mean, it comes with it comes with the territory. If you know you
that's
about to date a celebrity, a actress, a singer, athlete, you already know all this is coming.
that's just like, I guess That's just like somebody walking up to Holly Berry, being like, I want to get in a relationship with you. I really like you. And she's like, okay, I'm about to film Monster Ball in about a week or two.
Oh my god.
You see where I'm going with this?
Oh.
She's like, I just want to let you know I have this scene with
Mm.
Billy Bob Thornton. And I'm like,
Mm.
oh, no.
Woo.
No. I'm just saying.
See
Celebrity. Everybody
that?
want to be a celebrity. Unless
Look,
celebrities is, I don't think they're as happy as you think because
I
to
look at
get to find
it.
true happiness, man. Yeah.
Man, if something like that had happened, I would have to hit him.
Silly of me for trying to trust. I went the wrong way, love.
Mm-mm. I went the wrong way, love.
So you gotta. So that just proves my point. You gotta know, what you sign up for. You have to know. And I'm sure he did know. I'm sure he did. So
Yeah. Let's
you
see.
know.
All right, let's see. So D said he posted a pic of her dancing with her new body after having the baby. Posted a pic of himself sitting on the bed with just his undies and nothing else. Oh. His brother is a celebrity as well. So I don't even know who this guy is.
I don't know
Like,
who he is either.
I mean, who's his brother, D? If you can remember.
He met her at a celebrity party, from what I read online.
Ah,
You know,
so he might have been with the brother when he met
maybe.
her, possibly. So, and I mean,
I mean,
don't get me wrong. Like, I love Kiki. Like, she keeps it real. She's one of the actresses that keeps it real. Like, if it was not for her, a lot of people would have never knew about the whole Trey Songz situation. Nobody would have ever knew about that.
she blew the whistle on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He played on
yeah.
Insecure. Let me look up his name. Oh, okay. I don't think I seen Insecure. No, I hadn't seen Insecure. But okay.
So I guess, case in point, you knew what you signed up for, buddy. Yeah, and that was just that.
I think
But
that's what it boils down to.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, I broke it down in my opinion as far as, what I thought, as far as, the whole single till you're married. My personal interpretation is anything goes. But if you are watching this and, maybe you lurking or something like that, and you decide that you want to take that approach, then you gotta keep in mind the double standard, because the person that you're with, that ain't really fair to them. That they have to wonder, are you going to like act as if you're going to be single? Because again, that's like I said, I don't think this has anything to do with logistics. I think it's a commitment thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Because anybody who really loves somebody, whether you're married or whether you're not, engaged, whatever, just together, they don't say things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't say things like that. Like you just don't.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about now, D. Yeah, I think I've heard of that name before. Okay. Well, chat, if y'all have any other comments about the single till you're married phrase, feel free to chime in. We thank y'all for your comments, to be honest with you. But I think it's time we segue into our next topic that Mr. D over here thought about himself last episode.
Whoosh.
we should have did a
Transit.
clip of last week's episode.
Damn you, man. I know, man.
We're going to
I
talk
wasn't
about
thinking.
booty.
Like,
It was just how he said
turn
it.
your head like.
It's like, really? Did you say that? Really?
I mean, hey, we are, man. We're gonna talk about the gluteus maximus. Um, and, 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 there was a video I was watching not long ago that it was somewhere along the lines of like, why are people so obsessed with, the rear end? Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer to that question. I just don't. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess like, growing up as a kid, maybe comments were made. I just don't know, man. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's just a part of the body that sticks out for like words.
Sticks out the
just
most.
just sticks out the most. But in this case, folks, we're talking about booties that stick out way further than they should. That look that look like basically complete like a whole nother compound attached to the body for the most
Like
part.
a peach on steroids.
Yes. Yes. So we're about to jump into this subject of BBLs, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't hear about this term until like maybe 2021. I've heard the term Brazilian butt lift for years. And that's when I realized that's what it was. I'm like, oh gosh, they done made an acronym out of it. I didn't know that. I just heard BBL, BBL, BBL. I kept hearing that term. I'm like, what the
Mm-hmm.
heck is that? And then I just saw pictures and images of what it was. I'm like, oh, so they really doing stuff like that? Like they really taking fat out of their stomach, putting it in their butt. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, along with the other surgeries that they cosmetic surgeries that have been taking place for years, breast implants and which I have no problem with. I actually think that's a lot more reasonable and real and just realistic, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
versus a BBL.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. So, when did you first hear about that term?
Hmm. Oh man, some years ago, like I kind of knew what it was. Um, but like you said, I mean, it was when people started saying BBLs. I didn't really know that's what it really was. Um, and man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it stood for big beautiful lips. To be honest with you.
Big, beautiful ladies. I really did. Big, beautiful ladies, beautiful black ladies. I thought
Mm,
that's what it stood for, but um, it doesn't. It really doesn't. So, okay. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I know people personally, who have had it done. I see it all over social media, and the risk factor, I think that is what I really, really want to touch on, like the risk factor, because there was a woman, I can't remember her name, bro, that died recently.
yeah, I know you're
You
talking
know,
about.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Jackie
It was
Elliott.
all over social
Yeah.
media. The wife of somebody from Wildin' Out
Mm-hmm.
who passed away from what they call a mommy
Makeover. Yeah.
makeover.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck does that even mean? Like a mommy makeover?
So, of course, after you have a baby, you got all the baby fat on you.
Hmm.
Um, and basically, what I think they do is they do liposuction, and you get a BBL and something else. So, if anybody in the comment knows what the mommy makeover is, feel free to comment.
Please.
But I know the BBL and the liposuction is part of it, but I think there's something else because I think it was like three things that
Maybe like
that
a
goes
breast
on.
lift, maybe? because after I do know some women have issues with their breasts not sitting up
Yeah, after
as
that.
high as it did, due to like the milk and stuff like that. I'm just wondering if that has anything to do with it too.
Oh, so make your skin tight. So make your skin tight, BBL, and the liposuction.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So
So
but
basically, a tummy tuck.
yeah. Okay. Well, the long that she passed away from it,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that would bring some awareness that okay, enough is enough. This is dangerous. This cosmetic surgery, like, which in my opinion, and there's gonna be some women that disagree because I already saw comments before that actually tried to justify doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I still feel like it's an unnecessary surgery that ultimately brings the wrong attention. That's just my opinion. Now they will say, well, I do it for me. When I do it because I want to do it, I do it because I want a big butt and stuff like that. Well, let's just ask the hard questions like, why do you want a big butt? Why?
Yeah.
So you can turn around, look at it, or you can touch it, or are you trying to like bring some sort of attention to yourself?
Yeah.
I would love to just talk to some women who has had it. The ones I know personally, I didn't, they were clients, so of course I'm not going to be like all in their business and stuff, but
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
what they want to do at the end of the day. But I just really want to know, like, what made you want to do that? Like, what was wrong with you before you decided that you wanted to get a BBL?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a guy who it was a video, it was a short, I think it was a short, and this guy was like trying to convince his wife that she looked just fine the way she was, and she just saying no, no, no. I'm still gonna get my body done, and I'm still gonna do this. But he's like, but you look fine. I like the way you look, and she just was not trying to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I drew this conclusion. I was like, bro, she not doing this for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your own man just told you that your booty was just fine, but you're not trying to hear it. You still want to go get your body done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess I don't know. I don't know if this is another culture thing or just a trend or whatever the case may be, but it's something that I just don't understand because I see some of these surgeries that are it's ridiculous. Me and Crafty saw a girl I think it was last week at the store. And I can say this because she in the chat. So her butt was so big.
Mm.
We both was looking. It was just right there. And the reason that we were looking is because it looked as so distorted.
Mm-hmm.
Like her legs were so small and it just went so far from her butt that it was just no way anybody would believe that it was real. And I'm
Wow.
like, you look ridiculous. Like you want people to look, you look ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that it wasn't a BBL, it was injections.
Like Botox.
I don't know if it's Botox or I don't or some I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. But I do know a woman who knew her and who told me that's what it was. She said it was injections, and she said that she was actually in the process of getting some of that taken out because it was so big. I guess somebody told her like, "Hey, this ain't it. This
Mm-hmm.
looks stupid,
Wow.
like ridiculous."
Yeah.
If you just Google it, you'll see like images of like women, with these BBLs, and they're just
Mm-hmm.
like out of control. Like they can stand right center in front of you, and you can see their butt from this,
Right.
just from looking head first, like straight
Like,
on.
looking at their face, you can see it poking from the
Yeah.
side. Yep.
Yeah, but it's like, look at my face. I'm like, how can I look at your face? Like, it's like right there.
Right.
You know,
Yep. And
let's see,
just
read these.
yep, just like D said. Yep, D. Thank you, D.
She said,
You can get a big butt for free. Get a personal trainer.
"Oh, okay, that part right there. That part
There's your
right
guy
there.
right there, chat.
I mean, hey, I got evidence. I got evidence. But no, that's the problem with these sassy. Nobody they don't want to work out. Like they don't want to work for it. Like you may not be able to get it like that, from working out, but you can build a nice, respectable butt, doing various different exercises, watching what you eat. You don't have to like go that far. Like you really don't. And I just wish that I wish that women would understand that they're more than their butt, their booty. You are so much more than that. Like you are completely devaluing. Some women probably think they're adding value, but I think that you're devaluing yourself when you get a BBL because no one's gonna care about how smart you are. No one's gonna care if you went to college. No one's gonna care about how big of a heart you have. No one's going to care about how pretty you are. They just see that butt sticking out as far as Pinocchio's nose. Like seriously, that's all they see. That's all they see. You are not going to get a man, the right man, that's going to be for you because if any man that you get after that saw that first
Mm-hmm.
before before they seen anything else. They saw that first.
Yeah.
And it's like whether you're doing it for maybe there are some men that don't do it for attention.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter whether you do it for attention. You're still gonna get that attention
Yep.
from men and women.
What did T-Pain say? Trying to get to you in that booty.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
cause D actually mentioned it, cause I was gonna mention it tonight. It ain't just the women, it's the men too. Now the men, they don't get the BBL, but I seen a guy get surgery to make himself taller.
Oh, I saw that too.
Yep.
I saw that too. Yeah,
So
I saw that too.
I think that's just like
I
that's the
think
first
that's
time
worse.
I've heard of a guy doing something like that, like getting cosmetic surgery to make themselves taller.
I've seen them do that with abs too.
Oh really?
Yeah. I've seen them do it with abs. I've seen them do that with shoulder like muscles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, guys do it too, and it's just not as talked about as much because I think the guys try to keep it on the low. Maybe I don't know, but I mean, at cosmetic surgery, it's your money.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you want to do with the money. I guess it's your money. But honestly, I just think that why put yourself at risk? Because people die from complications like all the time, and it's not talked about as much because this is such a popular surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of money that's involved with covering up the botches
Yeah.
and covering up the instances where women have passed away. I know a girl who did it, and she did it like somewhere cheap. She didn't go to Miami. She went to Dominican Republic or something. No, not Dominican Republic. She went I don't know where she went. Mexico maybe? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But she came back cuz they give you instructions as far as how how you should sit down, just aftercare instructions. And she did not follow those instructions and she got left with a permanent dent on the side of her butt cheek. Mm-hmm. And then came to me like I could fix it. I'm like, do I look like a surgeon? It ain't nothing I can do to take
Wow.
that dent out your booty. It's there.
Wow.
It's there. It ain't an amount of lunges, squats. I can't do nothing for you. Mm-hmm. And it made her insecure. You know, there's certain things she won't wear because of it. And I'm like, well, you should have followed the aftercare instructions, or you shouldn't have did it at all.
Right, right.
You know, I mean, down here, I just know so many women who have personally did it, and it's a story with all of them. And I know some of them that's going for round two. I said, what's round two? Let's bring it out another inch.
Jeez. Wow. Wow.
Let me see. And ladies, in your defense, no, it's not a reason for a man to act like a savage. It's not a reason for a man to disrespect you. No, 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 that's not a reason. However, it's still not going to stop them from doing it.
Right, right.
It's not going to stop them from doing it. And you have every right to be respected. You can have a huge butt and big breasts. You still deserve respect. Still do. Um, I see women all the time, all day, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I'm a married man, and it is what it is.
Right.
I feel like you can respect a woman's beauty without crossing that line.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can. But unfortunately, there's just a lot of guys in the world that don't feel that way, and they feel like they have to holler at every girl they see. They got to try to get their number just because they see something that they like, and unfortunately, it's just a bad stigma.
Yeah.
But you definitely deserve respect. Your body is you are not your body, but it's just wolves out here that don't care. And
Agreed.
that's what I feel like women need to understand is that you do deserve respect, but that it doesn't mean that they're going to give you that respect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some trashy men out here. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Crafty says, I didn't think that was possible. Oh, the dent. Yeah, it is possible. If you don't follow those aftercare instructions, then yeah, you can damage. You can't lay down. You can't sit a certain way for a certain amount of time. It's got something to do with like the fat, I guess, settling. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about the surgery. I just
We just
I
see it
watched
all
a
the
show
time.
called Botched, and it had both men and women, and they got messed up due to plastic surgery. Is that on YouTube? It sounds familiar.
That's crazy.
Botched.
That
Carlos,
is
what's up,
crazy.
bro?
Hey, Carlos. How's it
Single
going?
to you're married. Let's go. Okay, let's be honest. That's not right. That's what we said, bro. I mean, you pretty much summed up everything that we had mentioned earlier.
Yep.
It's not right, bro. It's not. It's an invitation to an open relationship. That's my opinion. And what do people say now? That's my hill, and I'm dying on it. I'm standing on it.
Yep.
That's how I see it.
Got it down there.
Yeah. It's so good to see you, Carlos. Welcome on in.
Yes.
Maybe it's on you. I think it's on YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. Everything. Right before we started this podcast, I was watching I was watching African pirates. African pirates, like pirates that so basically there are some
like
pirates over in Africa.
Somalian pirates?
Or
I
mean
to it?
They were like in Nigeria. You're thinking about Captain
yeah.
What's that movie
Hanks?
name?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Uh-huh.
You think about that movie. I'm the captain now. No. These guys had like skull caps on with with holes cut in them, covering their face up. They when you think of pirates, you think of pirates, of the Caribbean and Johnny Depp and stuff like that. And these cats had AK-47s and ARs harassing oil tankers and stuff, oil rigs and stuff like that, because billions of dollars in the oil industry over in Nigeria. And they be like kidnapping folks and doing all type of stuff. It was what I found interesting about that is how openly they talked about it
Mm.
with the interviewer.
Hmm.
I'm like, wow, like, they were like, it was some guy from United Kingdom, doing the interview. I'm like, first of all, you freaking brave
Right.
to be talking to these dudes. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all good. How about my two bearded guys? I'm feeling great. I really am. I'm feeling great, and
Yeah.
I life is life. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm feeling good.
Oh yeah. Same here. Just enjoying the married life.
Hmm. I mean, how has it? What has it been like? 3 weeks now?
Tomorrow will be 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay, that's what's up, man. It's, 3 weeks out of
The eternity.
infinity years,
All
infinity into beyond. No,
right.
that's not how it go.
And
Into beyond,
to
infinity
infinity
and
and beyond.
beyond.
Yep.
Uh, so I mean, that's if anybody has anything they want to add to tonight's conversation, we definitely would love to hear it. Carlos, I know that you're just coming in. If you want to give us more of your perspective on single until you're married or the Brazilian or the BBL, tell us the BBL stuff down in Dominican Republic. That's
Yeah.
what I want to know. Let us know how it goes down over there. But is there anything new with you, bro? Like what do you have going on over on your channel?
Um. So we did our second versus, cartoon versus, this
Oh, that was
past
funny.
Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie, I had a blast with this one.
Oh
That
yeah,
one was actually fun.
it was.
Just because it's like it's Family Guy and it's American Dad and like just their dark humor. I don't know, like sometimes I feel bad that I like dark humor, but it's just something about it. It's like it catches you off guard. It's like, huh? You know,
Did you really say that?
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like, uh,
Well, I mean, we all got things and we all got stuff that we're
yeah,
into,
and
and
it's like,
I like a little bit myself. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie, I do.
like some of it is not funny, but it's funny. It shouldn't be funny, but it's funny. I guess it's the
Yeah,
delivery of it.
yeah.
But like before, before we even started the verses, everybody was like, American Dad's gonna win. And the only reason American Dad won is just because of the vocals. Like, and they were right because I never really watched American Dad like that. But like the round I did with Trapped in a Locker, I heard that one, and I was crying the whole time because I mean he's got more chapters than what I showed on the screen that day. But I plan not this coming up Tuesday, but possibly the next Tuesday. I don't think it's closed out next Tuesday. You know what? Let me check my calendar real quick. I think it might be
It might
closed out.
be, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think. Yep, that's gonna be closed out. So we might not do it the following Tuesday, but we might end up doing it the first Tuesday of August, and so the next episode we're doing Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network theme songs.
Oh my gosh.
I'm making it
Ah,
harder. I'm making it harder and harder every episode, cause I already got it planned that I'm doing like Disney movies after that.
oh no. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be really awesome. Like
So,
in my mind, it's like in my heart, I know who I want to pick, but it's like until
mm-hmm.
you see it.
Yep.
Then again, I don't know, man, because I got wonderful memories from both
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon, like '90s Nickelodeon
Yeah, and
and
that's what I'm gonna do. Like
Cartoon Network.
'90s, 2000 theme
Yeah.
songs.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I got a lot of great memories with that.
So
Okay. Yeah, I
That's
think that.
that's one thing I got coming to the channel. And you might have seen it on Twitter. And some of y'all in the chat might have seen it, but just for fun and games, you know, SB, he does like the confessions things where people do confessions. Well, there's one called Rizme, and it's like your send me your best pickup line. So
Hmm.
I'm actually gonna do that on Monday before we do any gameplay or anything, because I want to see who's got the best pickup line.
Okay.
So that's gonna be part of it. Then of course next month will be the first JDRF charity stream. The week that they do it, and so I plan on, depending on the dates. Obviously, I'm gonna stream Monday and Tuesday, but I'm gonna try to do like a cosplay thing the entire fundraiser.
Oh, see, that's what we forgot to talk about.
Oh yeah, the cosplay. Yeah,
We forgot to talk about.
we were talking about doing another cosplay
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, we got to we got to talk more about that.
Yep, we
It
gotta
slipped
do
my
that.
mind for a little bit.
Yep, because I already got one in, and I already have a new cosplay I wanna bring.
Yeah. Let's see. Carlos says, not sure why though. I get some inches, whatever is their choice, but let's see, to get tray holder butchers in place just to look like. Oh.
The tray holders. Oh
Oh
man,
no.
those the ones you can sit the cup on.
Yeah. And then Carlos and Dan got the nerve to not want you to look.
Ah,
Yeah.
got them old bongo drums.
Oh, but yeah, man, it seems like you got a lot of stuff going on right now, man. That's great, man. You stay busy, not just in IRL, but with content creation too. So for me, I've been busy, man. I've been uploading a lot. I've been uploading. Well, really, people think that just because I'm not like on Twitch right now that I ain't doing anything, and that's just not true.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch culture. I don't want to call it culture, culture. They Twitch culture thinks that
Bars.
if you're not streaming, that you must have like fallen off or you're hanging it up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like I said. I've already told people that I took an extended leave from Twitch
Yeah.
because I gave it 2 years and it's time for me to do something else at least for a few months
Right.
just
Right.
to have the feel of doing something new because I felt like I needed it. So, but anyway, I've been uploading a lot on TikTok, um, to both the Initial D channel
Mm-hmm.
and my other channel, BTC Podcast,
Mm-hmm.
which is my Christian based channel, which I've had since the end of 2019. So I've had that channel. I had that before I even started streaming video games and Switch and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that was always like something that I put a lot of time in.
Yeah.
So I've been taking my video editing a little bit more serious, and which
Same.
it's yeah I have Premiere Pro, which is a paid subscription. I tried like DaVinci Resolved
Mm-hmm.
and Vegas and stuff like that. All of these free. Well, Vegas wasn't free. There was actually I had to pay for that. You remember back, Carlos? You remember the bundle that we paid for a while back, and you
Oh
got so
yeah.
many,
Yeah. 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 From the
and
humble
it was a
bundle.
really good deal, by
Yeah.
the way. But I don't like Vegas Pro. It just doesn't work right for me, and DaVinci freezes up and stuff. Premiere Pro really was like the only software that I ever used that was smooth, that I understood,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not. To me, it's easy to use, honestly. But it's $20 a month.
Yeah.
You
Man,
know,
the the crazy thing is, like, when I do my recording for Division 2 and I do my edits, I just use CapCut.
Can you do that on
Mm-hmm.
your PC?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You can download CapCut for your desktop. So
I'm gonna
that's
have to
how I
do
do
that.
it. That's normally how I do like my versus videos and stuff. Like, I'll just put them
Hmm.
all together and do like a transition. So, but yeah, I do most of my video editing with CapCut.
I'm gonna look into that
Yeah, and
and see if I can match it.
yeah, and I got Pro, so you can get more of the transitions, more of like the video effects and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look into that because, like I said, Premiere Pro is $20 a month,
mm-hmm.
and if you're not like putting videos out like out like that,
Mm-hmm.
then that's a lot of money
Yeah, cause I
for a video
honestly,
editor. Like
yeah,
a lot of money for an editor. So
yeah, cause
I think I'm gonna.
I took this week. Well, I went. It wasn't my plan, but I basically took this week off. I hadn't uploaded anything of Division 2 yet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of editing, and it's work. It's time consuming. But I really enjoy it. You know, just uploading content in various different places.
Mm-hmm.
Managing more than one YouTube channel is not easy,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I don't feel any pressure. It's just what I like to do.
Yeah.
I try to set a day aside to where I work on this channel, or I set a day aside where I work on that channel,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've tried to do what I have gotten to a point where I would record multiple videos in a day, and try to schedule them.
Yeah.
Just so I don't have to worry about, I need to put a video out today or I gotta put one out tomorrow. So, but yeah, I'll be back on Twitch. I told myself I was gonna wait until like September, which I'm probably gonna stand on. I mean, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. Kick. I haven't really been getting the urge to do anything with it. Honestly, it's like I want to, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about Kick? Because I know it's been a while since you've been over there.
Yeah. I just need to stream on it. That's all. Cause like I said, no. When I posted it, last month in our chat, like the path I have to verify it,
Hmm.
I honestly, I would be. I ain't gonna say dumb, but it would be crazy for me not to go stream on there, just
Hmm.
to see if I can do it. Um, you know. So I really just have to. I ain't gonna say make myself do it, but like, all right, do like I did when I first started. Made my Kick account, stream on Kick one
Yeah.
day, stream on Twitch another day. But I think I'm gonna just have to focus on Kick a little bit more.
It's we talked about this before. It's a community issue, isn't it?
It's definitely a community issue. I mean,
Did
not
you feel
saying,
like some of them followed you or no
yeah.
over there?
I ain't gonna say all of them follow me. Most of my day ones, all follow
Yeah.
me over there. And then of course I got people from Certified that are over there, and they'll pop in a chat. So I have people in there. So that's
Yeah.
really not the issue. Is I think for some people they don't like the app. Like
Oh, it's
I
terrible.
like Panda. She'll tell me from the get go. She would rather me stream on Twitch because she can't stand the app.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
It
she
is
hates the app.
bad. And I was in another streamer's chat the other day who's on Kick right now, and he was like, he says it scares me that the app is trash
Yeah,
because
because
the
people are not
mass
gonna use
majority
it.
of
Yeah,
people who use Kick are on the app and not the desktop. Like it's bad. Like there's been times I typed in chat and then I'll put sent and it doesn't go.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You can't click on anybody's name. It's just
yeah.
bad.
And
And
you
this and,
can't.
the, and the, I keep hearing the same excuse. It's in beta. Like, well, how long is this gonna last?
Right. And then on top of that, you know, you can't follow anybody unless they're online, unless they're live on the app.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's a bad thing, you know. But
Yeah.
like,
It's still turning people off.
yeah. But like for me, you know, if somebody's live on Kick and I'm at work, I can pull it up on work because I can't do Twitch that way because it's blocked by the firewall. But Kick I can do it, and I just have them up while I work. So you know it. I definitely agree that the app definitely needs some work, but I feel like the Kick founders are working more so on the site than they are the app at the moment. Just trying to make sure everything is running smoothly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess, but they still should put some sort of effort towards the app
to the
because
app, yeah.
it performs the same way it did when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I have not noticed anything different about the performance of the app, and it's just bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still feel like Kick has potential. I
Oh
do.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
You know, once they get their ducks in a row,
Yeah,
they'll they'll be a serious contender.
yeah. So
Uh,
I think I'm gonna stream on Kick next week just to get back into it.
let's see. But if something takes too much hassle with little return in progress, yeah, people are gonna try. Right. Especially now, Carlos. Man, you can't straddle people along too long without them feeling like they gotta do some work.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they starting to feel about this app. Like there are literally people who said they will not come to the site because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not security problems, nothing like that, but
Cause they hate the
that
app.
right
Yep.
there.
Cause they don't like the app.
But
D Sassy says I like CapCut. It was so much easier to work with for me than DaVinci. Oh man, I don't even I don't know if you saw my car video. I did all of that from CapCut.
if CapCut has all of that potential, how much is the Pro?
That's a great question. I can't
I
remember.
know it ain't nowhere near Premiere Pro.
Let me see. Is it? Cause I'm pretty. I know it says subscription. Oh, well, never mind. It don't say anything on my subscriptions because I bought it from the app. For out the phone. Let me see. It don't tell me.
Classified.
Right. Man, manage account. No, it don't tell me on the app.
I'll check it out. Let me get off of here. Cause I use CapCut every day on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's easy to use. So I can imagine using
Oh
it on
yeah.
like
Oh my
your
gosh.
computer would be even a lot
Man.
better.
Yeah, and it'll walk you through it. Like obviously it's like other editing places, but everything
Hmm.
is more user friendly to me because you can import your media, and then if you want to add sound, they got a audio button that you can click on, and it's already got built-in sounds from like TikTok and other
Yeah,
stuff.
just like the app.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the app has that too. So you type something in that you may be interested in, and it'll give you that
Mm-hmm.
something that sounds similar to what you're looking for.
Yeah. Google says $7.99 a month. Actually, yeah, that sounds about right.
Dang, you cannot beat that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I'm going to get the Pro
Yeah. And
and make some
it's
comparisons. I mean, yeah.
because it's got, man, Pro. You got everything. You can do AI images. You can um, got different video effects. Well, you got more access to like video effects, more access to transitions. Um, yeah, it's got a
Nice.
lot of stuff. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I mean, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up tonight. This is another successful episode.
Of course, of course.
It's always
Oh
successful,
yeah,
bro.
always successful. I don't think we've
Um,
had a bad one yet.
nah, man, that ain't possible. That ain't possible. Yeah. But yeah, this was a great talk. I think a lot of good points were made.
Yeah.
And we definitely appreciate all of you all for joining us, chiming in, giving us opinions and just talking back and forth. D Sassy, hopefully you're almost done with your hair, because I know you said you pulled up when you was doing your hair. Hopefully we were able to occupy you. How are you able to type and do that at the same time?
I
Like you would do
tell
your
you,
hair. You just type,
she
come back,
see
do your hair, type.
the black women they got them combs and they just.
Uh,
No, I'm just
okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that is
Oh,
funny. That is funny.
but our next episode. I mean, I don't know. Oh no. Okay, so I'm not gonna be here next week.
Right.
That's right. I'll
Right.
be in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll be out there for
Georgia.
5 days. So the next episode will probably be the following, the
Mm-hmm.
28th. So just in time.
Yeah. I got half of it done.
Okay,
Ah.
progress. I like it.
Oh, that is good. That is good. And we'll so chat, before we leave, is there anything you guys want us to talk about? You know, we may come up with something later, but is there anything that you guys want to hear us talk about?
Yeah, we definitely want the opinions of other people, because it's we do this for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we enjoy conversations anyway, but we do this for y'all. Like we all have I feel like we got time on a Friday. So,
Time on a Friday.
but yeah, so and even if it's not here, message us on Twitter or wherever you may follow, Discord or whatnot, and just throw some ideas out there, and we definitely would love to brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a subject regardless, but
Yep.
I would love for it to be something that came from the consumer, versus us conjuring something up.
Right.
Which is nothing wrong with that either, too. But
Of course.
uh,
Of course.
I have so much hair. Okay, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Can't have too much hair. Can't
Right.
Never have too much hair.
Right.
I have to think about some topics. Yeah, and you can shoot me or D a message. You know, we're always, like I said, we're always looking for different things to talk about. We try to stay away from the streaming topics as much as we can, unless there's just like
Yes.
something
Yeah.
that we see on Twitter and we're like, yeah, we got to talk about it. So
Yeah. And
Right.
that's one of the reasons we decided to do this, is because we wanted to like get away from the streamer culture. Because I get sick of hearing it. Honestly, it's the same stuff regurgitated year after year. It's the same stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't want to like be a part of this. So that's why we decided to come over here just completely
Right.
and just talk about relatable subjects, topics, that everybody can relate to.
Yeah. Because I know
But yeah,
one topic we had actually talked about like way before, obviously, and we mentioned it in our first episode, was our faith and stuff like that. So eventually the religion talk is coming.
yeah,
Definitely
yes.
coming.
That's just something that can't be avoided.
Because I mean,
there's no way.
every episode we mention something biblical.
Yeah.
We don't never.
Oh yeah.
We never think about it.
Just
It's
sprinkle that in there. I feel like an episode. I feel like an episode with our testimonies would be interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be maybe that may make good for a next one if y'all don't come up with something before then.
Yeah.
We may be able to do that. Oh, so we do have like, well, I uploaded a video the other day. We have made a decision to like upload videos of us individually.
Oh yeah, I still got to do mine.
Talking, just kind of giving you just a little bit of insight of us apart, because most of the time y'all see us here doing the podcast, but the individualized videos, it's going to be me talking about me, what I got going on, and then he'll be talking about himself, what he has going on, just things we just want to share, just so you all can get, you know us, but there's probably people out there who don't know us. And I just thought it would be a good idea to add just a little bit more of just a little bit more flavor to the channel, because that's the first pre-recorded video that we have on this channel. Everything else that you see is a live stream. So, which is nothing wrong with that. They're available to watch at any time. So, because they're considered videos, but I wanted to make some pre-recorded videos too. I'm not gonna promise it'll be every single week, but it'll be there.
Yeah. All right. So D just messaged us on Twitter. She said her topic would be, how do we begin to heal the rifts in the black community?
Man.
D, you gonna make me play your favorite sound alert? Don't make me do it. Have you running?
That's a great topic.
Yep.
It's a really good topic. Kind of tedious defensive when we talked about generational wealth. But yeah, I want to talk about that. I do.
We can do
it. And so if that's the subject that we talk about, then we want all of you to help us rally up as many people as you can. Every single person has a YouTube account. Every person may not have a channel, an active channel, but everybody got a YouTube account. Yep. More people have a YouTube account than a Twitch account. Some people don't even know Twitch exists. So we definitely would love to have like as many people in as possible to be a part of that discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you find your work challenging and interesting? Crafty says.
That's a good topic too.
That's a good topic. I would love to talk about that too.
We could do that. We could definitely do that. So
y'all gave us 2 weeks of material.
2 weeks of material. I like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, we definitely thank you guys for being here. Again, make sure you like, share, and if you are lurking or new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know the next time we go live. But if you just now tuning in, we do have a new intro video to the channel. So I'll play it as our outro and let it run like 2 times, and then we're going to end the channel. But again, thank you guys so much for your love and support. We would not be doing this if it wasn't for you guys.
That's right.
And you guys, y'all keep us going. Definitely keep us
Absolutely.
going. So, any parting words there, sir?
Once again, you always hit the nail on the head, and I just put the icing on the cake. Without all of you here, this wouldn't be possible. And again, it's an honor. I respect every platform that I get an opportunity to talk on, small or large. The platform is a platform. We respect the space because all of us are people, and we all got lives. And you giving us your time it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. I don't care how many people show up here. Like, just one person or 10 people, it doesn't matter. Like, you're giving us the time to, to make this content.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much, and
Yes.
we appreciate it.
Yes. 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 So I'm gonna hit this outro button. I'm actually gonna go mute for like a quick second, and then but we will catch you guys not next week, but the week after. Same time, same place. Without further ado, much love. Bearded out.
Y'all have a blessed weekend. Peace.
Gauge é foda, né? Gauge é foda, né?